I guess France, I don't know if they invented it, but they take credit for the auteur theory of filmmaking, which is a more European way of making films, which is the director has much more power than they have in the traditional Hollywood system. So we kind of take that system and applied it to very, very commercial filmmaking. We do a lot of different things at Blumhouse, but I think the core of what the movie company does on the movie side, television is different, is empower directors to make their own choices. And we give the director more power and more control than they ordinarily have in Hollywood, which usually makes them tell more personal stories or stories that are closer to them. So when you give them that kind of control, they're much more open to taking your ideas because they know they don't have to take the ideas. So it's actually a very collaborative process, and we have a lot of creative input through the process of the movie, but ultimately, the director always knows that he or she will have the final decision. And that's kind of the Blumhouse formula. We go through pretty rigorous development, and we do it differently also than studios do it. The way studios develop is, they develop the script and develop the script and develop the script, and when it's all done, they give it to the budget department. And they say, the movie costs $100 million. We don't do that. We develop the script with the budgeting department at the same time. So the first draft of the script that we get, we read it and we give creative notes and we give budget notes. And not everyone thinks this, but I think that movies are better if the directors have to work within financial parameters. So if we say, we love this story, but you have to figure out a way to tell it for $10 million. So when we go through many, many drafts of the script, and we're writing to two things. We're writing to make the movie better and also to make the movie less expensive. The most important movie for the company was Paranormal Activity. It was the perfect mix of a studio movie and an independent movie. It was released by a big studio. It was made totally independently. It happened when I was in my mid-30s, so I'd been working in the business 10 or 15 years. And I'd had one foot in independent film and one foot in studio film, and Paranormal really brought it together for me. And Paranormal made me see there was a way to make independent movies and get them distributed by studios so you could make independent movies and have lots of people see them, and that's what I wanted. And then we made The Purge. As I said, listen, there's a way to make movies very low budget that you can have studio releases by. And no one believed me. And we made Insidious, and then we made Sinister, and still everyone thought we got lucky. No one believed that there was actually really like a way to do it differently. After we made The Purge, agents and managers and other studios said, hey, these guys are doing something differently. And suddenly we got much better access to scripts, to talent, to directors. Like, it was a real pivotal moment for the company. And then the third biggest moment for the company was Get Out, I think, because not only was it our most successful movie, but it was when a lot of people who really weren't interested in horror suddenly became interested in horror as a result of Get Out. So I would say the three kind of seminal movies for the company were Paranormal Activity, The Purge, and Get Out. I wouldn't have said this 2 years ago, but I really believe and I hope that theatrical distribution is the future of genre movies. It's very hard to be scared if you're watching something on TV and looking at your phone at the same time. I think the financial model is much, much better for theatrical movies, for the producers and the directors and the actors and the writers, everyone involved. The financial model of streaming doesn't work. There's no incentive to make the movies for less money for streaming, none. So they encourage you to spend as much as possible, which makes the movies bad. And what I think is great about this kind of post-COVID period that we're coming into is everyone who was saying like COVID is the end of theaters, it didn't happen. And I'm very happy about that. And hopefully Blumhouse movies will live in theaters for many, many days to come. Hello to the audience and fans at the Locarno Film Festival.